I'm here with Matthew Tarr, who is part of the Saul-Sehy couple. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. But I also want to talk to you about your kind of part-time passion gig. I know you, like I, have been a big fan of Qube for a long time, and you now work with them.
I do. Yeah. So I've been with Qube using as a user for about 5 years with my wife and I. It's really changed our whole trajectory as a couple, kind of communicating about money. And so last year, I left my kind of full-time stressful job to join the Qube team, and I've been thrilled to be part of it.
We've been doing a series of videos, though, about all the change going on at Qube. Obviously, things happen in fintech. You guys had a big bump in the road. Can you tell us what that was?
Yeah, we did. So we've been working with a partner bank for some years, and we were in process of transitioning to a new partner bank, and unfortunately, negotiations, as they do, sometimes fall through. So we've had a gap in our coverage. And so a lot of our communication in the past couple of weeks has been about making sure that our users transfer money out of Qube as we're making that transition to a new partner bank in the future. So that way there's no frozen funds during that transition.
And this is the thing about fintech most people don't know, is that people see that they have their money, quote, with Qube, but with any fintech, your money's not really with that institution. That you want to make sure it's with a bank and that it's protected, insured, and all that stuff. And you guys are like everybody else there.
Exactly. Yeah. Fintech is a growing industry, right? And so a lot of banks, they move slowly. Fintechs are a little bit more nimble, and we can kind of do an overlay on top of an FDIC insured banking institution.
So people, if you're a Qube user right now, you want to get your money out by what day?
Yeah, so we really encourage people who are using Qube to go ahead, start transferring money back to a different banking institution, really by no later than September 26th, just to give us some time. Our contract with our banking partner ends on the 30th.
The good news is, though, if you don't do that, if you're watching this video after that, you will get a check in the mail, but you got to know it's coming, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if for whatever reason you don't move money out, our current partner bank will issue a check, and it usually comes within a couple of weeks, but your money could be frozen up to 45 days.
Yeah.
So that's why we're trying to be so, consistent on trying to relay this information. And honestly, it happened to us pretty quickly. So, Qube's also been trying to balance and make sure that we're getting it out there to all the people who might not be part of our Facebook group or might not be on our email list or whatever. So we're really trying to do podcasts and shows and messages. And
I got to say, Matthew, as a guy that did PR for American Express for a long time, the key in public relations is to get out in front of it. Yeah. And the thing that I've liked is that you guys have been, I got an email where you guys were working, your CEO and the team at Qube were working over Labor Day weekend. You guys have been messaging people a lot.
We also had to come up with a plan, and we wish we could have been ahead of this even further than we were, but it kind of caught us off guard, and we've just been trying to react just like everybody else. And
in past videos, necessity, we were talking about a piece of this that I actually love, which is weird to say. Yeah. It's like, oh, thank goodness that this happened, because you guys are kind of now changing the game with this thing, Qube Plus. Is there anything you can tell us about Qube Plus?
Yeah, so it's funny because we have a pipeline of all these different projects that we've been working on in the background. One of the two biggest friction points for Qube users to adopt it has been, I really don't want to move money to a different bank, and I really just want to be able to keep using my credit card. And so in the background, the dev team has been working on this for about 2 years, and we're launching what's called Qube Plus, and it's going into beta next week. And that is going to allow anyone to try out Qube, have the overlay functionality, be able to still be intentional with your envelope system, with using your existing bank and your credit card.
What happens if I'm using my bank? And I don't know if you guys know this yet or not, but if I'm using my bank and there's not enough money in the Qube, will it still shut down? Because one thing I've always loved about Qube is it just shuts the purchase down.
Exactly right. So for those maybe who don't use Qube right now, it has a lot of barriers on it. And if there's no money in the Qube, it won't clear the transaction until you move money into the Qube.
If the envelope's empty.
If the envelope is empty, yeah. So Qube Plus is a little bit more of a interim solution. So people who might not want those type of strict barriers, this gives you a chance to still overlay your money, put it into cubes and envelopes, and still see almost in real time. Like if I'm going to buy a grocery from my grocery Qube, I'll press my grocery Qube, I'll swipe whatever card I want, and it'll timestamp that transaction. And when that transaction clears, it'll come out of that envelope. And so you still are being proactive. You're still being able to see what you're doing, but you do have some variability in that control. Yeah.
That was my initial review of Qube. I was like, this is what I wish for. So you actually are giving me what I wish for. I know there's more to come, guys. Matthew, thank you so much for being available and for talking us through this. And if you're a Qube user, number one, get your money out. Number two is, if you haven't heard any of this before, they've been sending you a lot of stuff. I get a lot of stuff from Qube, so maybe it's in your spam folder. Make sure that you get that, because I'm sure you guys got more to come.
We do, yeah. Text message campaign going out as soon as I think next week. And yeah, check the app itself. There are banners that are being sent out there. We're trying to be as nimble as we can. We appreciate everybody understanding this, and we want to make sure that you get your money out so that way you're not stuck. But Qube's not going anywhere. We've got new things coming. So, appreciate those that sticking with us.
Future video, we're going to dive into Qube Plus as soon as we get it. So thanks a lot, Matthew.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, guys.